morning. Welcome to this E3 Weekly Market Report. It's a Friday. It's July the 8th. Exports have just come out. Let's go to them right now, starting with cotton. We have a very large export sales number showing up for cotton, 201,900 running bales, up noticeably from the previous week and the 4-week average. Vietnam took 102,400 running bales. India took 24,200 running bales, and Pakistan took 21,800. I do see China was next with 18,700. Looking at the reaction, it should be a positive one here. Cotton was down 15 just before this report. Right now, cotton is down 10, so it is firming up some. Soybeans, let's go there. The number was 637,300 metric tons, down 13% from the previous week and down 14% from the 4-week average. Unknown destinations took 429,700. Tunisia took 93,000 metric tons. Vietnam took 68,700 metric tons of soybeans. The soybean market just before the report was up 16 3/4, and right now soybeans are up in November 14 1/4. I do see as I look over at cotton, it's up 7 to 8 now, so it's continuing to firm up. Let's go to corn. The corn number that just came out, 369,800 metric tons, down noticeably from the previous week, 61% under the 4-week average. Taiwan took 160,300 metric tons. Japan took 66,700 metric tons. South Korea took 65,000 metric tons. Corn was up 7 just before the report. Right now, December corn is up 5, so slightly lower. Wheat, 825,300 metric tons. We're looking at unknown destinations, 326,200. The Philippines took 87,400. And Japan took 66,300. Wheat just before the report was up 3.5. Right now, the wheat market is up 3 1/4 in September wheat. Looking back at cotton, up 10 right now, slowly moving up. I would expect a greater reaction than that. Possibly we'll see that soon. Okay, let's take a look at what's happened here recently over the last week. Crop conditions came out on Tuesday afternoon. Cotton was holding steady in the good to excellent category, 57% good to excellent. The previous week was 56%. 42% of the crop is squaring versus the average for this time of the year, 47%. 11% setting bowls versus the average this time of the year of 11%. So on target, soybeans, 70% good to excellent. The previous week had been 72%. Corn, 69% good to excellent. The previous week had been 68%. Winter wheat, 40% good to excellent versus 41% last week. And 58% of that crop has been harvested, and that's slightly ahead of schedule. Spring wheat in excellent shape, 70% good to excellent versus an average, versus previous week, 72%. 74% of that crop's headed. Okay, what's happened over the past week? The markets have sold off in grains. Let's start, though, with cotton first. Cotton's been sideways for 5 weeks. It shows every signs of taking off and rallying and moving higher, and then has a hard time staying or closing above 66. Shows every sign of breaking down and then finds support. It's a market that's trapped sideways between selling above us caused by the Chinese cotton reserve continuing to release that cotton. In addition to that, the crop has gotten off to a good start as we look at crop conditions, and so that has been a negative for the market also. And grains have been rocked and moved down, and that has not helped cotton either. But on the other hand, it can't break down much. It's continued to be in a tight range, and I expect that to continue for now. The soybean market, November, has dropped $1.20 over the last week. It's caused by improving weather forecast, and also speculators that had gotten heavily long that market had started exiting the market, and that selling coming in and sizable selling. So and the previous week we had seen acreage report and also a grain stocks report. It was actually considered positive for soybeans, but not positive for corn. So that leads us to talking about corn. Corn has seen a 55% drop over the last week, caused by that poor report that came out previous week. Also improving weather just as you're starting pollination in the Midwest and corn. That's been a negative drag on that market. What now? Well, let's talk about what now in soybeans. Soybeans right now are trading at, November is at 1040. It could be this market has gotten oversold enough that we could see a bounce, and we may even see a bounce toward 1080 to 1090, a 40 to 50 cent drop just because we're overdone to the downside. Corn right now in December is trading at 354. That market could see, from an oversold condition, a rally back toward 375 to 380. I would think if either thing happened over the next week, and that seems like a lot, but this thing's, as I said, soybeans dropped $1.20 in a week. So certainly we can bounce back and retrace some of that. If you get that opportunity over the next week or week and a half, you might, if you've got more soybeans or corn to book or hedge, you might want to be considering that then. Wheat. It's been moving down and in sympathy with, I think, soybeans and corn. Also, a spring wheat crop that's in excellent shape. No major problems with wheat in any major wheat producing area. And it's had a significant drop. Wheat market right now in September is trading at 429. Could see a rally toward 450 in that market. It's possible. Let's review where we are right now after this report. What appeared to be good numbers for cotton. The cotton market just before the report was down 15. It bounced, and right now it's starting to back off some. It's actually down 6 to 7 on the day, so evidently the market did expect a good number. That's a disappointing reaction. Unless it's a delayed reaction that will show up soon, I'd have to say it's not a very impressive reaction in the cotton market. Let's look and see what else we've got. The soybean market was up 16 and 3/4 before the report. Right now it's up 18. That's impressive. The market has moved up. The corn market just before the report was up 7. Right now corn is up 5 1/4. And wheat just before the report was up 3 1/2. Right now the wheat market that's had 8 minutes to react is up 4 1/4. So that's what we've got. Quickly looking at other things, the dollar is up 14. Crude oil is up 27 cents a barrel. We've got gold and silver down, and the stock market has been firming up here over the last 30 minutes, the S&P futures. That's it for today. Hope you had a good day. Hope you have a good day today, and thanks for joining us for the E3 Weekly Market Report. Thank you.